Hello everyone, watch this review here with a look at the Deluxe class Optimus Prime from the Transformers Reveal the Shield line. This is actually the first Optimus type character that I've picked up since Beast Wars. Because, haven't been that into Transformers in a good many of years, and it's definitely something that the movies haven't helped improve an opinion of. Also, a lot of the more recent designs weren't really doing it for me, but lately I've been picking up an item here and there, and you know what? Transformers kind of growing on me again, but hold on a second and I'll get this one out of pack. And here we have Optimus out of pack. This figure comes with a sword, an instruction manual, which I have heard is somewhat useful in transforming these things, as well as an ad insert. Always love these ad inserts. A few decent looking ones from this. If I do see Perceptor, probably will pick them up. As well as the Voyager class Strafe, maybe. But enough about those other guys. Let's take a closer look at Optimus. By the way, if you're wondering whether or not I'll be doing the transformation, just look at the time on the video. If it's 10 or 20 minutes long, that means I probably stopped to do the transformation. Under 10, I just talked a while about the figure itself, so, I do suck at the transformation, so I'm not sure if it will or won't be on there, but vehicle mode, kind of cool looking vehicle. I bought this more just for the display and robot, so I'm not sure if I'll leave it so much in this. I can't say that I'm a fan of these flaps here, which have this weird opaque color as opposed to a transparent or translucent, as seen on the front. Other than that, I guess it's a kind of decent looking truck. Hold on a second and I'll transform him into a robot. Before we go on, I just want to note that you can actually open the side door here, and if you have a smaller figure, you can probably insert them standing up so there's somebody actually driving him. Alright, now, you might have heard me say this before, but although I like Transformers, the feeling is apparently not mutual. I just can't transform these guys for crap, so probably won't be doing the transformation sequence. Nonetheless, I really just more or less want it for the robot mode, and now that I've basically hashed what the robot mode should look like, it's going to probably be staying in this mode, so it's all kind of academic. Not as neat as I thought, but as other people have pointed out, although I guess this one's not so much a metallic finish, but, generally the photos vary kind of greatly from the actual product in some ways. This seems to be one of those cases. Unless there's something I'm missing. I believe the orange lights up here are just for light piping on the headlight portions. Let me get out a flashlight. So yeah, that's kind of neat. And then the head as well. Can't really see it all that well, and I don't know, it doesn't seem that the light piping is particularly strong in this one. I think I'd probably need a direct light on it to get that sort of glow, but I'm not sure what's the deal with the knees is. You'll notice the red in the illustration, not red here. I don't know, maybe there's a sticker or something I missed. Or maybe they just didn't paint it on the actual figure. It's hard to tell. I guess that's supposed to go up there. But yeah, this is approximately what the Optimus is supposed to look like in his robot mode. With his sword here. And, weird. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. Took a bit of effort to get the sword into his hand, and only after I'd finished I realized that I'd apparently placed it in backwards. In fact, I wonder how many other things I may have done backwards with this, but you know what? I actually like the look of the sword more this way because the blade is facing forward instead of this blunt portion. I'm really not sure why they'd have a kind of blunt portion there, but it might make more sense for something. Now, a lot of people don't kind of like the deluxe size for Optimus just because the larger scale sort of makes a few of these characters look cooler. I'm not sure if I have a real preference either way, although honestly I kind of really like the Legends class figures, the really tiny ones, just because they have some sort of a crazy charm to them in addition to being transformations I don't screw up that often. But in terms of this one, I don't know, I mean, he looks really awesome when you're looking at him on the video, but in person, not as cool. I think a large amount of that's just because of the lighting here, where it gives the plastic portions like more of a metallic sheen, but in real life it's just a sort of dull gray whitish plastic. I mean, if it had was touched up with a more metallic coat like they used for the I guess the portion around the windshield here, probably would look a bit nicer, but you know, they didn't, so here we are. Personally, I do sort of like this guy for scale as opposed to some of the other ones, because I have some other Voyagers that should logically be a bit larger, like I think it's the Armada Starscream and stuff, where he's supposed to be a jet, and he'll be like up to here against him, so that does make sense to me personally. Otherwise, you know, I do feel that this is a kind of neat design. The only problem is that it kind of gimps the articulation in places. Like these kind of hokey his arm guards or whatever. I'm not even sure what the point of these things are, but these were originally the side doors. They sort of bump into everything, which is annoying, and then the fact that you lose out on some of the shoulder articulation due to the wheel placement. I mean, pretty cool looking head sculpt. I mean, all around, you know, pretty neat. I do like the fact that he's got these sort of massive shoulders, just because it looks kind of cool. The one really major complaint I do have, though, is just the fact that we have these really short arms, so, you know, you can't really get him into a lot of really cool sword positions and stuff between everything. Like, I personally would have wanted him to be able to, like, grab another Transformer in, like, a headlock and then sort of pose it like the sword's about to be thrust into them, but it's not a pose that's really feasible with all this. But yeah, robots with medieval weapons, very awesome. In terms of articulation, fair amount of lower body, upper body, a little wishy-washy. We have like a little rod that attaches to a physical ball here for the hands. For whatever reason, though, it's just a really awkward joint. It's got like a tremendous range of motion between the forward, back, full rotation stuff, but whenever I rotate it, it feels like it's going to possibly snap. We have a single joint here at the elbow. Bicep rotates, but car door will slam into things. And then your physical shoulder is this portion here, which has a tiny range of motion as well, just from the transformation, so you can get the arms out a bit further. Head is on a physical ball, rotates a full 360 up and down a little bit. Also, the shield portion's on the top of the head. That's the portion where if you flip the head over, well, it's not on the head, it's on the portion that's right underneath the head right here, which is right on the top of the car part, so it's not visible on the transformed robot. We have a, I guess, kind of rotating waist, but it really doesn't move very far, because it's heavily impeded by the cab portion here. Then down here at the hip, we have a ball-jointed leg, and then point of rotation here at the upper thigh, which again is a really neat point of articulation. pin joint here at the knee. Then at the ankle we have a physical ball. And this back portion, which is part of the transformation, can also go up. So I mean, you kind of have, additional range of articulation for standing poses. And he does stand pretty well. It's a remarkably balanced figure. I'm not sure if it's just due to all the extra leg space here or just the fact that he does sort of have a more even heft to him. So I mean, yeah, it definitely works out. If I was more of a Transformers fan, I'd probably have all sorts of additional stuff to say, but as a sort of casual Transformer collector, I somewhat like this one, not really strongly like him, but, that feeling might change. The one plus is he's not terribly hard to transform, and I managed to basically get the car to robot once. I'm not sure if I'll be able to transform him back, but that one transformation personally is what's important to me. But yeah, this has been a look at Optimus Prime, the deluxe version from the Reveal the Shield line. Until next time, folks.